God never needed a camera to expose truth, only perfect timing. You prayed for a sign. It came wrapped in silence and shame. The footage didn't break you. It revealed what was already bleeding. The mask slipped. Heaven recorded everything. Don't fear the exposure. Fear who you become if you ignore it. It wasn't meant to humiliate. It was meant to heal. Some secrets break loose when the soul can no longer hold them. The footage didn't lie, but it also didn't tell the whole truth. God will let you be seen so you can finally be free. You weren't ruined. You were revealed. The truth didn't shatter you. It saved you from a silent death. The eyes watching you are nothing compared to the eyes within you. You asked for light. It came as exposure. They watched your fall. God watched your rise. The footage was never the end, it was the mercy. You prayed for the truth. Why weep when it came? Some betrayals need the spotlight to be defeated. What they recorded, God already rewrote. Your shame went viral. So will your glory. This is not punishment. This is prophecy. They caught it on camera. God caught it in his plan. The footage hurt, but it also freed you from pretending. You were exposed, so now you can stop hiding. The lens didn't catch your spirit, only your suffering. Even your exposure was divinely timed. Don't run from what God is using to raise you. Let them talk. The footage has already lost its fire. What the world used to shame, God will use to save. They saw your weakness. Heaven saw your endurance. Sometimes exposure is divine intervention dressed as disaster. Your fall was recorded, but your rise will be remembered. They thought the footage would finish you, but it woke you. You can't go back to hiding. You were meant to shine. Let the world witness. Let God vindicate. He let it be seen so the lie could finally die. There is no footage of your spirit, only of your struggle. It came out so the truth could breathe. The shame wasn't yours. It never was. Exposed doesn't mean exiled. The footage wasn't punishment. It was preparation. They see scandal. God sees story. What was exposed was already known in heaven. This wound is not the end. It's the warning. The footage was their weapon. Love is your rescue. Your breaking point was your birthing point. Truth doesn't destroy. It delivers. It's not too late to be known and still loved. Don't erase the moment. Let it speak for what you survived. What they caught in secret, God will use in glory. If this touched your soul, don't scroll. Comment your favorite quote and subscribe for more. The clip was quick, but the consequences eternal. You are not who they filmed. You are who survived it. The camera exposed a moment. Grace exposes eternity. They thought they'd end you. God was just beginning. You can't unsee the lie, but now you can walk in truth. Exposure ended your pretending and began your becoming. Let them replay the footage. You are not on trial anymore. They broadcasted your fall. Heaven whispered your name. What stained you before now sanctifies you. The screen showed your pain, but your healing was off camera. That moment was brutal, but necessary. Forgive the footage. It only caught your ache, not your essence. It was recorded in darkness, but God edits in light. They zoomed in on your scars, never your strength. The worst part was caught. The holy part is coming. The wound was televised, but the recovery is sacred. A soul can't be exposed by man, only refined by God. You were betrayed, yes, but you are also being built. What they tried to expose, God will exalt. The footage can't erase your calling. You don't need to respond. Your healing is your answer. Their footage was cruel. God's vision is kind. Heaven saw the angle they missed. The enemy streamed your suffering. God will stream your strength. The world gasped. Heaven wept. Nothing is hidden forever, not even redemption. You thought it ruined everything. It revealed what you're not going back to. You weren't exposed. You were unmasked. They shared your shame. God shares your name. In the footage, you were breaking. In heaven, you were blooming. The truth was violent, but it was yours. Be still. You're being rewritten. That moment was necessary. It ended the lie. You're not who you were in that video. You're who God is forming now. They aired your failure. God is announcing your favor. Don't beg for erasure. Ask for resurrection. The camera never caught your comeback. God let it leak to loosen your chains. Let them see it. Let them wonder how you're still standing. You didn't deserve exposure, but you do deserve freedom. God recorded the unseen. It outweighs everything they posted. They leaked the moment. God is unlocking the mission. Some truth has to bleed before it can bless. Your name will rise above their noise. What they uploaded, heaven is redeeming. You are not your most vulnerable moment. You are not the angle they used. You are the anointing they never saw. Shame cannot survive where truth reigns. Let this footage fall into the fire. Only your soul walks out. The exposure was real, but so is your restoration. They filmed your collapse, but God framed your covenant. You don't need to erase it. You need to outgrow it. They captured your breaking. God captured your beauty. This wound turned witness. You were exposed to finally be embraced. They caught you in weakness. Now watch them witness your wisdom. You weren't humiliated. You were handed over to healing. The camera doesn't define your character. They broadcast the fall. God is live streaming your rise. Even when the world plays it back, heaven plays it forward. The truth broke your world, but saved your soul. Not every view is victory, but every wound can become worship. You were stripped of illusion so you could be clothed in light. This exposure isn't punishment. It's passage. It leaked because the lie couldn't hold anymore. Let them rewatch it. You're already walking away whole. When the world points, God lifts. The wound is visible. So is your courage. It wasn't leaked. It was loosed. They showed your pain. Now God will show your purpose. The shame can't stay. The truth claimed your space. God didn't rescue you from the footage. He used it to rescue you from yourself. Be grateful it was seen, because now you don't have to pretend. They saw your ending. God sees your entrance. The video played, but so did your purpose. They meant to bury you, but the footage unearthed the real you. Your pain got airtime. Now, give your healing the mic. Don't hide your scars. They survived the spotlight. The footage was loud. God is louder. It didn't ruin you. It revealed your root. Exposure is how God removes what pride protected. The worst part of your story is not the end. Let them rewind. You're already redeemed. They caught your stumble. They missed your strength. They broadcasted a breakdown. God is building a breakthrough. The truth hurts, but lies destroy. This exposure didn't end your legacy. It introduced it. They released the video. God released your victory. Your tears were public. So will be your triumph. What was used to break, you will now be used to build you. This isn't your shame story. It's your showing up story. They saw your lowest. They'll witness your highest. You survived what they thought would silence you. The footage revealed your fall. God will reveal your faith. If this touched your soul, don't scroll. Comment your favorite quote and subscribe for more.